Celebrities have been in the spotlight for so many years, so of course in that time they were dating. Some of these relationships only came to light after the people broke up, but the majority were very dramatic and very public. Let's get into it, shall we? Mandla N and Tuhima Semola met in drama school, fell in love, got married and had 2 kids in the 16 years they were together. Well, after all that blood, sweat and tears, they accused each other of infidelity. Tumi was accused of stealing 2.2 million from their company account at some point. And because they broke up years ago, we've forgotten they were once an it couple in Mzansi. Of course, they remind us once in a while. Like how Tumi threatened to have Mandla arrested for breaking lockdown rules during the COVID era. But Khumalo has been with Romeo for so long, we're starting to think they came out of the womb together. But no, Basi was hot property in the 90s and everyone wanted her. The only person who got her at the time was boxer Dingan Thobela. Well, they broke up because the reason why he was so successful with his boxing career was because he was using Basi as a punching bag to practice on. She dumped him and got hitched to the much more polished and successful man Romeo. That didn't stop the Rose of Soweto from using Basi's name to sell his autobiography, claiming to still be in love with Basi even after almost 12 years apart. Obviously, he needed to sell his book, so he was saying just about anything, but geez, he definitely needs to give it a rest. Kabelo Mabalane was quite the eligible bachelor in the TKZ days. He had a very public relationship with Noni Gasa. They broke up in the 2000s, claiming that Noni wasn't ready for a commitment, and Kabelo wanted to finish off his wild years. We only found out much later that the drugs Kabelo was addicted to and his abusive ways were what led to the split. Shocking still is the fact that Noni Gasa is allegedly deaf in one eye because Kabelo was beating her on the regular. In 2021, he caused quite a stir when he talked about the abuse on a GBV-centered show. Tembis Theatre and Tshepo Mabona were one of the hippest couples in Zalebville. They were making headlines regularly. They looked great together and it seemed like they were going to get married one day. However, all good things must come to an end, right? There were reports of Tembi and Lucia Cooper being in a catfight, fighting for Tshepo at some point. After they broke up, Tshepo had this to say: "It was a situation whereby one is ready for marriage and the other is not, and wants to achieve her goals first. The only mistake Tembi and I made was living together. Could Tembi be scared of commitment because he broke up with Bo after 10 years because she didn't want to get married to him?" And many years later, she's still singing, "All the single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single ladies. Now put your hands up." Whenever Kelly Khumalo's love life comes up, it's always about Senzo Meiwa or Jub Jub. One would think they were the only 2 people that she has ever dated. But Toluguti, she had a thing with Speedy decades ago. Apparently the love fizzled out after Speedy was bricked by Prosper Mkwaiwa while he was busy trying to be friends with rapper Cisco in America. When he got back, Kelly and Prosper had gotten engaged and opened a business together. Maybe Kelly was tired of being the third wheel in Speedy and his Tao's love affair. Who knows? Back in the day, Bonang was smitten for rapper Slicker. Before she was all over TV, radio and the tabloids, she was 21 and in love. I don't know if she was his second choice or what, but apparently they met because he was chasing after Bonang's sister, who rejected him. Bonang took the opportunity and dated him. Of course, things didn't last and the story at the time was that Slicker dumped her via Facebook after he found someone better. But the 2 later cleared that up and said no such thing had happened, and to this day Bonang says Slicker was her best boyfriend. Another blast from the past couple is Boiti Tulo and Katlego Homa boy. They were still nobodies at the time and in high school. Word is they broke up because Katlego was about to go to varsity. Of course they denied it, but those who know. And one thing about Boiti, she will stay friends with all her exes, Shenyu. Both Katlego and another ex, Kaya Tlanga, are always at the events and stuff. Maturity and all that good stuff, I love it for her. And then we have Candy Litchfield and Hlomla Dandala. The 2 met and dated. By December 2000, they were walking down the aisle. However, it seems Hlomla couldn't keep it in his pants, which led them to divorcing in 2007. In that time, he had 2 kids with Candy and 3 kids with 3 different women outside of his marriage. They rekindled their marriage, but aged by 2013, they had finally given up. Hlomla says he never cheated and had those 3 children while he and Candy had separated. He moved on with one of his baby mamas before a white man with a cheese cop came and bricked him. I can't picture Andile Ncube and Katlego Danke dating, but they were quite the hit back in the day. They never discussed why they broke up, but then again Katlego has always been super private. Remember that hot mess of a reality show Forever Young? That's where we got to see former lovebirds Thomas Gumede and Tamkelo Ndlovu. As it turns out, their love was just for the cameras. The 2 pretended to be still an item for the show and had a breakup on camera, when in reality these 2 had broken up long before the show was even filmed. I hope they got the rating that they were looking for.